I have too much to say to even know where to start. So it's 7 in the morning now, and I'm super tired. And it's not at all the little baby's fault. It's my fault because for the past 2 nights, we had evening activities. Somehow I thought that I could do that. And so the little baby didn't sleep properly until maybe like 11 p.m. both nights. I'm sure he was like napping or whatever until then, but not properly. And first of all, I feel horrible for having done that to him. And two, I don't sleep in very well, never have. So that means that I'm awake even with shitty sleep. So he's still sleeping, which is great. But I woke up at 5, and that's that. That was that. It's like you can only wake up so many times before you wake up. Right, so it's been 7 weeks, and I continue to feel like, some of the time at least, that I'm losing my brain. And I appreciate, because of the past 2 days of getting little sleep, which actually I've gotten very good sleep before, because in the beginning I just slept with him on me, and so I went to bed at like 7 or 8 or whatever time. I woke up multiple times a night, but it didn't really matter because he was sleeping on me and we fell right back asleep, and it was all very sweet and smooth. And I'm a very good napper. I've always been more of a cat napper than a big sleeper. Like when I was in high school, I would go to bed at 8 and wake up at midnight to do homework because I got tired early. And then I would go back to sleep when I finished around 3. It's crazy. So I was sleeping really well. And then afterwards, when I started putting him in his own little bed, which was in the middle of, like, in my bed, that was okay too, because it somehow worked out. But going to sleep late is just stupid. So I can't do that. And I think I've been crying more than ever the past 2 days. And I think I understand how people who haven't been sleeping well from the very beginning feel more emotional. Although I felt very emotional even with good sleep. But I appreciate it even more. Your nerves are just shot. And the combination of the stolen time, of the time that it consumes, and the attention, and I guess hormones. I never take much stock in hormones, but I understand they're very important, and I should be quiet. And then not sleeping is just too much. I understand that. The big thing that I've been experiencing, in addition to what I talked about earlier about all the theories of sleep and what to do about it, which I think I'm settling from that a little bit. I've have this resource where it's like I see that him not sleeping that well in the afternoon is normal, and that that naps are not so easy, basically, and that's something that improves with time. And so much of the experience, which is what I'm realizing at least now in this 7th week, is feeling like the comparison is fucking high. Like comparing, checking in with, is this normal? Right? Like that's the basic underlying thing. It's like, is this normal? Am I doing okay? The comparison is high. And then on the flip side of that, I think what is so like important is like the reward is like the permission. It's like once the comparison happens, or once I seek out, like, is this normal? What I want to hear is, yes, it is, right? And you're doing okay. And I feel like that's the the salient thing going on right now is feeling like the permission or like the acceptance of what I'm going through or what I'm experiencing and what we're experiencing, me, the baby, father. So I finally, I fell upon a resource that was like, how your baby is sleeping is completely normal. In fact, it seemed like everything I was experiencing was like to the letter what this person was predicting I would be experiencing. And then, asking my friends who've had kids long ago, is this normal? Sure, in terms of sleeping, but also in terms of how I'm feeling. Absolutely normal. Like, and that's so grounding in a way, right? And like, and it's the baby. Yes, that was the baby. God only knows where I was. He's so cute. In every way, he's so cute. I know that when kids get older, parents even refer to them as like little shits or something. Like somehow that is possible to feel that way about your child. And I wonder, first, if that's going to happen to me, and two, if I'm going to even feel the transition to that. Because I can't imagine feeling that way about him now. So I meditated this morning, and I haven't really for longer than I care to admit. And I felt and I feel like that grounding that I feel comes from checking in with other people and seeing what their experience is. That feeling of, I think it's that feeling of being grounded again that is what I'm seeking now. And that comes from checking in with others, and it also comes from, I think, self-care. It's so obvious. What major point am I making? None. But it hasn't really awakened in me until now how good it feels and how much and how beneficial. I think that's more like, I don't know if I've felt before the like medicinal benefits of self-care in the way that I feel now. Like having a warm cup of tea, meditating, exercising, like all those things that of course are self-care and of course are medicinally beneficial, medically beneficial. I haven't really appreciated that therapeutic quality in the way that I am right now. It feels like serenity now. Like it feels like a saving grace. Yeah, that's it. The baby's in bed now with the father and a pacifier in his mouth, looking adorable. I doubt he'll fall asleep. He's not really into the pacifier. But he's chill. 7 weeks is apparently when the peak of digestive discomfort happens, or so I read from some source, God knows what. And I think that might be happening to this little baby too, because he woke up crying, and then when I carried him, he pooed. So it seems like that was going on. It must be so scary to not understand pain or discomfort. My heart goes out to this baby and all babies, like never before. I think I finally appreciate the tremendous learning that is going on and the vulnerability and the dependence, and I just didn't, somehow I didn't appreciate that before. And I know people who don't have kids can and do appreciate that, but for some reason it didn't strike me in this way. But that's something to dive into more another time.